The NFL Madden League Season 2-1-2022 Week 1-2 games and highlights will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2022. The NFL Madden League Season 2-1-2022 Week 1-2 matchup is now live streaming on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2022. Week 1-2 Green Bay Packers 2-9 Philadelphia Eagles 9-1. Week 1-2 New York Giants 2-0 Dallas Cowboys 2-8 Final. Week 1-2 Atlanta Falcons 1-3 Washington Commanders 1-9 Final. Week 1-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers 1-7 Cleveland Browns 2-3 Final. Week 1-2 Los Angeles Chargers 2-5 Arizona Cardinals 2-4 Final.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Hurts throwing right away. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Hurts will turn and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Eagles at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They're really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now. And I would not want to face them come playoff time.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
11 yards for number 11. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the balls are... Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way. Now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Sanders fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Sanders again, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The numbers for Jones last week: 16 carries, 60 yards.
As always, priority number one for them is to secure the win this week. But priority number two, this guy right now, who is 6th in the league in rushing. They want to give him that push to get him into the top 5 and really earn the status of being one of the best ground games in the NFL, as well as him being one of the lead backs, too.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. To throw is Rodgers.
That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Running right, Jones.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
K.J. Osborne.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are back within a score.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver, because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Brian Johnson now for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Throwing is Hurts. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
On first down, Hurts fires
There's the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Once again with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They'll try to run with Sanders. And this time he is in. Miles Sanders with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the 1st half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there, making his presence felt early in this one. 1st half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, He's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick slant to Brown. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Elliott. On for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Johnson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Bills who were able to come away with the victory on the road. Stephon Diggs, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory as his guys pushed their record up to 8-3 on the year. And then finally, a Cyber Monday edition of Monday Night Football, as the final game of November is the Steelers and the Colts from Lucas Oil Stadium. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 3, second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! K.J. Osborne, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. They sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. He'll get this to about the 38.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 38, Rodgers. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On play action, now Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control of that. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Rodgers now on first down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance, not with him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
They'll try again. And he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Hurts will throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up second down. Now it's Rodgers. Throw caught there by Osborne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. Rodgers again now. He finds his man, complete. It's Osborne. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Osborne. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Jones from 4 yards out. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Hurts on the move to his left. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
And he's got it. Touchdown. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the 1st.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He completes it to Jones.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And quickly they get to the line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Eagles, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.